asked him if he could put one only a few feet away from her, not hit her, because I know he's a good shot. I don't want to shoot because I might actually hit her by accident.
This is 45-year-old Kristina Withrow, who just revealed how she forced her son to shoot 36-year-old Monique Garcia. The pressing question is, why would she make him commit such a horrific act?
If she was walking towards you, why is there a gunshot in her back?
And I let off 3 shots to try and scare her away. I guess 1 hit.
I should have told myself right here when she said she got shot.
She clings to her version of events, but her story begins to crumble under scrutiny. Every answer she gives only raises more questions, and the truth is far from what anyone expected.
We're charged with an open count of murder.
On April 3rd, 2023, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, a heated argument turned deadly when Kristina Withrow handed a gun to her 18-year-old son, Kristian Crespin. He fired 3 times, killing 36-year-old Monique Garcia. Now, in the stark silence of the interrogation room, mother and son await the reckoning.
Tell me what you dealt with. I would love to hear what you had to deal with.
This woman, she was walking up and trucking. She looked like she was going into my neighbor's back while my neighbor had been harassed a lot, and we stick up for each other. I don't know her really well, but I do know that she saw her son shot 8 times in front of her in her home to go do something to the ex-husband. I don't know the whole story, and I'm pretty sure that she does drugs here and there on the side, which I don't agree with because I'm not a drug user. But it's hard, you know, like, just from another tab, you know, I can't imagine what that was like. So, anyway, I told her, don't go in that walkway, don't stay out of the alleyway, stay off of this property, please, you know. And then she started screaming, I'm just getting this laundry basket, and yelling, and I was like, please just leave, you know, please leave. And my son's here, like I would feel protective, and I was scared. Because all these people that come up, you never know what they're going to do. You don't know what, almost everybody in our neighborhood has some kind of weapon on them. My husband made me so scared of gun, which I don't like because guns scare me. And I think it was because he was worried because of the shooting before, and I don't trust myself. I'm not a good shot. I don't like that kind of stuff, you know. And she was screaming, and then she was walking away, and then she turned around and she was like running towards me, and I was like,
Who's she? I'm sorry.
so, I don't know, homeless lady, drug addict, like they're right, and it's always a new one, like every day.
Have you seen her before?
No. Never seen
Never?
them. Not that I can remember. They all look the same to me. I'm not trying to be mean, but there's always different people there in that neighborhood, in front of the houses. I've never experienced anything like this before. It puts a lot of stress on you, especially as a parent. When I have my daughter crying in the middle of the night, I have to get up and the dogs are barking, or somebody screamed at one time, someone came and busted one of the windows, and then they just broke the lock. They always break the locks on the gates, so we don't even get to feel safe in our walkways. All my kids, dude, they're all trained to use a gun, except for me. It's making me really stupid. So stupid thing.
So she starts coming towards you. What?
I asked him if he could put one only a few feet away from her, not hit her, because I know he's a good shot. So she refused because I was afraid she scared me. My son said, I'm afraid for my life. I don't want to, because I'm not a good shot. I don't want to shoot because I might actually hit her by accident because I don't know how to shoot that good. And so he said, yes, I said, sure, I don't want to hurt her, but I'm scared, you know, and
I'm so sorry, I didn't understand that part.
he said yes, and I said, are you sure? I don't know why. I was like, I could have just ran away when there's no house. This is so stupid. I feel
So you asked him, can you put one next to her?
Next to her, like I was 2 feet away. That's what she would leave because I was afraid. Next.
Kristina enters the interrogation room with tears streaming down her face. Her voice breaks as she speaks, trying to draw sympathy from the detectives. But for what she's done, there's no sympathy to give, only cold stares. Soon, the detectives will peel back the layers of deception to uncover a truth darker than her tears reveal.
So you gave the gun to Kristian and you said, can you put one next to her? And you wanted him just to like shoot her like 2 to 3 feet away from her.
Away from her.
And then you said he shot 2 more rounds.
After, I think because she kept coming towards us, and I think he was getting afraid, that she was coming to do something to us. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
And
My baby.
where did those other 2 rounds go?
I don't know. I think it was the last one that possibly hit her because she didn't say anything. At first, I was like, "Oh, thank God," because that scared me when he pulled the trigger to it. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And it stopped, like that. And it looked like it was possibly too close to her. So I was tired, but I couldn't froze for a second, But she was, like I said, she at the gate, and then she had turned back around, and she was coming back towards. So I don't know what he was thinking. If he was getting scared because she was still screaming when he first started shooting. The first shot, and then it was like a pause, and then it was again and again.
What happened after that 3rd shot with the gun? Where'd it go now? Did he give it to you? So you said, give me that. Did he give you the gun?
Yes.
Okay. And then what happened after that?
He was afraid. I was afraid, and I told him we should wait because, like I said, no. Right after I got the gun thrown on, I was like, oh my gosh, because I heard the girl say, "You shot me, homegirl," and I was like, no, I didn't. But I don't see anything. You look fine to me. Because she turned around and she was walking away towards the Murphys on the sidewalk. I'm like, because she walked in and she shot. I thought she was full shit. I thought a lot of people in that neighborhood can't believe anything they say.
When did she start walking away after the 1st shot?
No, after the 3rd shot. After the 3rd shot, she was walking towards us. Then she turned around and started walking away. So I thought, oh, thank God nothing happened. That's what I thought. And so nothing happened, and thought she was okay. And I thought, oh my God, I was scared. I was scared to do anything. I didn't want to get around us anymore after that because it scared the shit out of me, and I really thought she was okay. I didn't think she was in, and then it was one of the neighbors yelled across me, like she got shot. I said, no, she didn't. And then she was like, no, she really got shot. And I seen them run over to her, and she kind of sat down, and they were helping her, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're taking a shot. And then I told my neighbor was standing there, she's right before, and I was like, oh my gosh, because she goes, I'm on the phone with the police officer, her husband came outside, and I said, but it was me, I didn't want them to be afraid, because I know that they're my neighbor. I said, it was me, that was my gun. And, I was like, but it was an accident. And so I yelled, and my neighbor's calling the police already, because obviously she needs help, right? This woman, and my phone was dead, so I couldn't call 911.
While Kristina is a sobbing, guilt-ridden mess, insisting Monique brought this on herself, the focus now shifts to the person who actually pulled the trigger. Kristian enters the interrogation room after his mother. Unlike Kristina, he is vulnerable and unprepared, with no strategy, no explanation, and no way to escape the weight of what just happened.
So while I was changing my tire, my mom saw someone go towards the back of the apartments where they're not supposed to be. So the first apartment in the back there, actually someone rents. On top of that, the next one after that is also rented out. And then the other 2, I believe, are abandoned because they were infested. And so a lot of the times, we'll go back there.
Yeah.
And so she told her not to go back there, and she's all get off the property and all this, my mom. And so she pulled out her gun as the was walking away, was like, you better get off the property. And so when that happened, I started to walk towards my mom, and my mom handed me the the gun after that was like here. So I let off 3 shots.
When your mom handed you the gun, did she say anything to you?
She said shoot around her and not towards her, and that's what I did. But
When you, what gun were you shooting?
my stepdad's.
Was that the brown gun?
Yeah.
Okay. Where were you in the parking lot when you...
So I was at the end there where the 2 spaces are. I was in the 2nd space. I walked from where I was changing my tire and I shot through the fence.
Oh, you shot through the fence? Okay,
Yes.
so... And I'm sorry, because
So
this area's big, I was going to say...
this was like a fence.
Okay.
And we'll say the 2 parking spots. I was standing right here while she was standing right here.
And who's this again? Your mom?
So this is the homeless lady as she was starting to walk away, and then she came
Okay.
as she was coming at my mom. So
Okay. How was she coming at your mom?
like aggressively, like saying, "Oh, I'm not afraid of a gun. Oh, shoot me." So
Kristian's account is blunt and unnervingly detached, leaving detectives unsettled. Even with the excuse or provocation he offers, nothing could ever justify what happened. As the interrogation intensifies, the investigators are about to drop a revelation that this mother-son duo never saw coming, one that could change everything about the case.
I ran to my front door and I told my friend David, when something bad happened and I can't come in the house, but take my phone because it's dead charge of police call my husband. And the afternoon girls came outside and they were kind of seeing everything that was going on. And I was like, can you please call my husband? And I just told him, he got on the phone, he was at work, and I said, I'm sorry. I think I shot somebody. And
I feel like there's 1 or 2 things that you're leaving out. And I do want you to be honest about this part, okay?
I actually told you the whole truth.
Was the girl that was yelling at you, you said she was walking towards you.
Yes. She walked, she grabbed the whatever basket she said she was grabbing that I couldn't see on the other side of my son's car and I started walking.
So I'm going to ask you this question, and maybe you can answer this for me. If she was walking towards you, why is there a gunshot in her back?
I should have told herself right here when she said she got shot.
Okay. So why is there a gunshot on her neck?
I don't know.
Was she
She was walking towards us.
Did your son shoot her as she was walking away?
As she turned, I don't know.
That's important right now. Did your son shoot her as she was walking away?
No, I'm almost 100% positive that she was looking at us the whole time. And then she grabbed herself, she turned around, she started walking, and she said, and then she turned back around and she said, you shot me home, girl. That's what she said. And I was like, what? But I didn't see a meter in the back. She was facing towards us, like, you know. And so that's my honest answer of what I think. But
So, right now, make sure I ask you.
I don't want to do that.
So your son, I'll agree, you guys both put yourself in a very tough spot, okay? And, it's an unfortunate situation, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I have to be, but I also, I understand where you're coming from. I understand the situation you were put in and, your son shooting, but,
I don't know what he thought. He was protecting me.
First and foremost, I can tell you, the female that your son shot at, she has died.
Oh my god.
So unfortunately, we're investigating a homicide. Okay. What we're doing here is we have a job, and right now our job was to find out exactly what happened. I will put that you were honest and truthful, and you were cooperative with police. I will put that in my report, okay? You are going to be facing some serious charges. Okay? And
I am.
yes, ma'am.
Would you rather somebody died?
I just heard that. Yeah.
And I have to
I'm shocked right now. I don't know.
I have to go deliver the news to somebody's family that their daughter or their mother is dead.
Kristina breaks down at the news of Monique's death. Though she knew this was coming, she pushed her son to pull the trigger and did nothing as Monique bled out. Her tears are for herself, not the victim. The fingerprints on the gun tell a different story. Yet Kristian reacts nothing like the woman who drove him to pull the trigger.
So, tell me how you felt when she was walking yelling at your mom.
I felt like she was going to attack my mom.
What do you mean attack your mom?
Physically harm her.
But you didn't see anything on their hands, right?
No, besides like her body gestures, no.
And then your mom hands you the gun,
Yes.
which you already said it's your stepdad's gun, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you point it at her,
Yes.
and you shoot at her?
Not directly at her, to the side of her, and I shoot, yeah.
Okay. And you shot 3 times.
Yes.
Okay. You then said that she then,
Walks down the street,
okay, and
and
then,
that's all I know.
do you see her?
No, I don't see her after that. After she walks down the street, I don't know where she went, so.
Earlier you said that you knew she got shot.
Yeah. I read the news report, so.
So, and you say you don't know how you feel, but can you try to explain to me how you feel?
It's like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's just hard to explain.
Do you see her fall?
No.
So you just see her walking away, you give the gun back to her, and then you,
I get in the car and I drive away because my mom told me to drive off, so.
did at any point, did you ever feel that you needed to turn yourself in?
Yeah, it's probably better that way. At least you know, would have a better chance. But,
Who would have a better?
my mom, because they would have the actual person who shot, even if it wasn't intentional. It's still better than someone who didn't, so.
So you didn't mean to pull the trigger?
I'm not gonna say I didn't, because I'd protect my mom again, so.
You mentioned, you went back to your house to grab things.
I went back to my house, but I didn't grab nothing, so.
So by that, it kind of makes me believe that you were gonna grab things.
I planned to, yeah.
What were you planning on doing then?
Going to my friend's house. Same place I was at, same place y'all got me. Just all it is.
Did you tell your friend what happened?
He knows.
What'd your siblings tell you?
Well, I'd rather not say that, but
What'd your stepdad tell you when you went home?
he just lived there. So,
Didn't tell you anything?
no.
Did you know who this was? Have you ever seen her before? Can you describe what she looked like to me?
Just like darker lady, longer hair, and some ripped up clothes, I think. That's all I know.
Did you see any tattoos or anything like that on there?
No. Other than the dirt being on her body, you couldn't see anything else.
Okay. Was she carrying anything?
I don't think so.
No. Did she have a purse or anything like that? Do you know?
Guilt flickers across Kristian's face as the weight of his actions sink in, leaving him quiet, almost numb. He admits he should have done the right thing instead of running, yet the repercussions are only the beginning. The mother-son duo will soon face a reckoning beyond comprehension, justified, yet still not enough.
And your son has to answer. Yes, your son has to answer for that, okay? Because he pulled the trigger, and yes, you have culpability in this because you handed him the firearm and you said what you said. We have tons of witnesses, okay? So I want you to understand, there's a lot of witnesses that saw what happened. So we knew what happened going into this, but your honesty, you know, it goes a long way with us. So thank you for that. But as of tonight, would you like to know your charges? So tonight you will be charged with an open count of murder. You're going to be charged with aggravated assault with deadly weapon. Hold on, conspiracy. I'm not spit on it. Conspiracy, and also tampering with evidence. Tampering with evidence because when you pick up the casings and you take a gun and you remove that stuff, that's a crime. Okay, you can't. When something like this happens, I'm not saying, you know, I'm not going to give you any advice, but don't ever touch anything. Don't take the gun to help your son, or don't give your son a gun and say, But since you've been cooperative, okay, like, I will do something for you. I know your husband, he asked me to call and let him know what was going on. What will happen from here is we'll book you into MDC. Your son will be booked in. Eventually we're going to so all of that that's something that you'll talk with your lawyer about. You'll talk eventually, you know, that's something, we don't do that part of it. We just do.
And I'm gonna be locked up until everything.
That's also up to a judge. You have, after this, you'll have like an arraignment, it goes to a grand jury.
Compliant would make me, what do they call it, a running risk or?
So you'll have a detention hearing eventually, and a judge will just rule or determine whether you could be released pending trial. And that is something that your lawyer will discuss with you, okay?
Monique Garcia, a mother and friend with so much life ahead, lost everything in an instant. Her dreams, her future, and her peace are gone. Kristina may face the law, and Kristian too, but for Monique, there is no coming back, and nothing can undo the pain she endured, not even justice. In April 2025, Kristina Withrow stood trial at the Bernalillo County District Court 2 years after Monique Garcia's death. Prosecutors presented eyewitness accounts, body cam footage, and Kristina's conflicting statements showing she handed her son a gun and ordered him to shoot. The jury convicted her of second-degree murder, aggravated assault, and evidence tampering. Sentencing for the mother and son has not yet been decided.